I'd like to welcome you very warmly to this session on driving growth in the upstream. We have an extremely interesting group of speakers this afternoon, not only because of their own individual experience and wisdom, but because they're involved with organizations that have a pretty extended reach across all sorts of aspects of upstream business. Among the drivers of change noted in the conference headliner, we'll focus specifically this afternoon on what we call the new map of energy as a framework. And I hope at the end of the session that you have reason to feel just as positive as I do about the future of upstream growth by the end of the session. And I'm sure you'll hear some valuable insights. Of course, we're in a very long lead time business in upstream. Strangely, a significant proportion of what's happening today is dominated by decisions that were made 10 years ago. And in the meantime, of course, we've seen a whole range of changes in the upstream business. And the complexion of the map has changed quite significantly. The drivers, as we all know, high oil prices, to some extent a fear of resource constraint in a booming economy up to 2008, new and old technology intelligently applied, and perhaps an increased but certainly changing appetite for risk going forward. And then of course the ability of the upstream business and the service sector and the resource holders in this very rapidly changing environment to respond actually pretty quickly. Of course, added to this, we have a number of unexpected surprises that influence decisions, from the Arab Spring, which is still unfolding, to the boom in unconventionals that is at the forefront of people's minds at this conference. There are no unique solutions to building a portfolio and driving growth. We're not dealing with a perfect or a predictable system, but goodness, the roller coaster just got a bit more exciting in the last year or two. But decisions now are going to be driving the complexion of upstream portfolios on a 5 to 10 year basis. History will repeat itself on that basis, whether it's conventional versus unconventional, oil shales versus tight oil, or deep water frontier versus mature assets. The range of possible asset classes and choices continues to expand for companies involved in the upstream business. This increases the complexity quite considerably, but it can also be used to manage risk and increase returns. So whether you're a resource holder, an upstream investor, or a service company, this equation needs to be solved. The future portfolio needs to withstand evolving geopolitical and market complications, and also needs to meet the very stringent financial and shareholder requirements going forward.